Saddle up your horses.
The garden. Here we go. What a wonderful opportunity this was for us. We picked up a bunch of pallets, and it's always quite a task to try and do that. And tearing the pallets apart, actually just basically cutting them in half, we were able to start forming our garden boxes. It did take a lot for us to clear the area. You can see the brush pile back there in the back, and all of the tree stumps that we didn't get out yet. But after we got that area cleared and we got the pallets up into the Homestead area, we started the construction. And it was kind of a whole family ordeal, and it was really a lot of fun once we figured out how to just kind of puzzle piece them together using those just other little pieces of pallet wood to hold each of the sections together. We did a combination of raised garden beds and what's called a hugelkultur, which is basically after we got the garden beds set up and we put landscaping paper around the outside of it, we filled it up with cardboard, and then we put a bunch of limbs, tree limbs, some of them green, some of them brown, into the boxes, and on top of the limbs we put some old hay. This hay has been sitting around for like 2 or 3 years, and so it's really old, but we made this combination as well. And then as you can see here then, with a lot of horse manure that was from the horses that my brother has. We collected that and we started filling up the garden boxes with nothing but horse manure. So it was all very organic, and it took a lot. We probably put in 12 to 14 yards of horse manure in the various boxes that we had. Our goal was to try and set up 9 garden boxes, and it did take a while to get them going, and we did get them set up. Here you can see onions that we have planted, and other a few other items, and watering system was kind of a challenge too. How are we going to do this? We didn't have any well water or anything like that up there in the garden area, so we had to drag water basically about 450 feet from my brother's house with garden hoses, and then we put that elaborate system. You can see the garden hoses in the back there. Each of the boxes has their own soaker hose, and we did get it to work, and it took a little bit of time, but it was a lot of fun. Everybody got to help out with the planting, and my 2 youngest would carry water over to us as we would put the tomato plants into the boxes. And so they had an opportunity to learn about planting, and so did my other children, which is exactly what I wanted to be able to do with them, so that their future can also include gardening. And they'll know what to do with this. I learned it from my father, and so I'm just passing it on then for them as well. And of course, all of these were the things that we started in the greenhouse and had growing up. There's a lot of tomato plants, as you can see. We probably got about 80 tomato plants all the way across the back, and so the next big task will be a trellis system of some kind. It looks kind of sloppy and messy right there with all the hoses, but it's okay.